Today's movie recap is Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, a 2023 action movie. At the beginning of the movie, a text explains that after 9/11, the United States sent 10,000 personnel to Afghanistan. A decade later, nearly 100,000 U.S. military personnel were stationed there. The military employed translators to assist them in exchange for visas for themselves and their families. Kinley and his staff perform a checkpoint on a hot day in the Middle East. As Chow and Jack move into position and Kinley orders Hottie and Jizzy to investigate the truck's rear. A bomb explodes, killing Jizzy and Hottie. Kinley must select a new interpreter. He chooses Ahmed, who is intelligent, reserved, and tenacious based on the recommendations of others. He is not anticipated to cause Kinley any difficulty. The crew begins searching for IEDs. A second translator advises taking a side road because recent rain has eroded the shortened route. Kinley gives his approval and the team departs. On the way, Ahmed requests that Kinley reconsider. Kinley stops the vehicles and directs two men to survey the area from the ridge. Ahmed has the second translator on the ground and a pistol to his neck as Kinley turns to confront Ahmed. Kinley points his pistol at Ahmed and commands him to lower his weapon. The second translator admits that the Taliban has his family. At the base, Kinley discovers that Ahmed volunteered to assist the U.S. military after the Taliban murdered his son. Kinley obtains a new perspective of Ahmed but orders him never again to violate his orders. Kinley expresses his anger to his superior, Colonel Vokes. Vokes cannot officially sanction Kinley's desire to move outside official boundaries. Sergeant O'Brady witnesses this conversation and provides Kinley with the name he requires to begin. The squad corners a drug dealer, and Ahmed converses with him rather than providing a literal translation. After receiving payment, the dealer discloses 2 construction sites for IEDs. In the desert, the crew moves out and strikes the jackpot. Kinley radios in their discovery, and reinforcements will arrive in 15 minutes. Kinley knows the team's current position will only last for a while. More Taliban fighters arrive, a gun battle ensues, and the entire crew is eventually killed. Kinley and Ahmed can flee in one of the Taliban's pickup vehicles, but they are being pursued by a dozen men. When the flat tire occurs on Kinley and Ahmed's vehicle, they forsake it and use their advantageous position to their advantage. Kinley and Ahmed endeavor to return to their base. Nevertheless, due to the unavailability of contact signals, they are compelled to spend the night in the mountainous region. The Taliban members called their supervisor, who ordered them to bring in Kinley and Ahmed under any circumstances. Kinley awakens Ahmed. If the radio receives a signal, it indicates that the pursuers are nearby. Kinley and Ahmed double back to the base. They encounter 2 unarmed males in a valley and stab them to death. On a different hill, 2 men using binoculars miss seeing Kinley and Ahmed, but they notice them. They are compelled to employ firearms. The sound of gunfire reverberates through the canyon as the Taliban close in on their location. They seek refuge in a dwelling. Kinley attempts to locate an escape route, but is shot in the thigh, midsection, and shoulder. Ahmed approaches the Taliban from behind and murders them. He utilizes their vehicle to transport Kinley. He travels as far as possible using the main roads before being stopped by 3 Taliban men whose vehicle has broken down. They force him to drive them. One enters the truck with Ahmed, while the other enters the rear. Kinley is currently covered under blankets and rugs. Ahmed exchanges the pickup vehicle for a 2-wheeled carriage, medicine, and food. It is challenging and laborious for Ahmed to pull Kinley's cart up the mountains. Kinley is intermittently conscious during this time. Kinley awakens at night in excruciating agony. Ahmed attempts to console him. The next day, Ahmed reaches a vantage point a few miles from the mountain's base from which he can see the base. At a small outdoor store, Ahmed purchases water, but several Taliban vehicles arrive. One man looks under the blankets and uncovers Kinley after noticing Ahmed. Ahmed swiftly eliminates the Taliban members. Ahmed is ordered to raise his hands before being handcuffed and placed on the ground by U.S. military personnel who arrived shortly after. He informs them that Kinley is in the wagon. The soldier is surprised to see that Kinley is still alive. Kinley awakens in the infirmary, but the next thing he knows, he is back at his Santa Clarita, California residence. Ahmed and his family are forced to go underground. Kinley contacts everyone and anyone he can think of for assistance, but he receives no help. Back in Afghanistan, Ahmed is with his wife and 3-month-old child. He receives a call informing him that the Taliban know his location, and his informant instructs him to exit through the back entrance. Ahmed and his family climb into the vehicle's rear once the streets are clear. They escape without incident. Kinley has an alternative solution: private contractors. Kinley requests Colonel Vokes to verify that the visas are available when required. Vokes warns him that the Taliban have placed a bounty on his head, but Kinley must do this to achieve peace. Kinley flies to Afghanistan with Ron K as his alias. There has been a change in plans as a United Nations official is coming to town, and Ron's mission must be delayed. Kinley denies that he must evacuate Ahmed and his family as planned. When Kinley decides to travel alone, they provide him with a vehicle and equipment. A meeting has been arranged with Ahmed's brother, who conducts business without interference from the Taliban because he supplies them with heroin. The brother provides Kinley with transportation to Ahmed's location. A checkpoint employee forces the driver to reveal where Kinley is hiding, forcing Kinley to shoot him. A Taliban infiltrator discovers Kinley and the driver hiding the corpse on the nearby riverbank. He informs his boss that he can photograph Kinley. The boss sends reinforcements, orders the spy to pursue Kinley, and wants him alive or deceased. Kinley arrives while Ahmed is repairing a pickup. Ahmed recognizes Kinley's voice and sees her donning spectacles and a hijab. He possesses their visas. As they load rapidly into the rear of the driver's truck, he detects that they are being followed. When Kinley calls for reinforcements, private contractors dispatch their troops. The computer expert completes a check on Ron K and discovers that it is John Kinley. The director of operations feels guilty for prioritizing the United Nations official, so he requests an Angel, aka Angel of Death plane with powerful weapons be dispatched to the location of Mount Kinley. The Taliban send additional forces to press on Kinley. Kinley and Ahmed shoot the closest vehicle, causing it to collide and obstruct the truck's path behind it. They reach a tunnel and are forced to abandon their vehicle. Kinley orders the truck to obstruct the tunnel entrance and buy time. He places a grenade that detonates just as the Taliban arrive. Ahmed and Kinley cross the tunnel to the opposite side. The driver, safe on this side of the dam, fires at the Taliban on the opposite side of the canyon, approximately a quarter-mile distant. Ahmed and Kinley receive fire and respond in kind. Kinley's ammunition runs out, and the driver is shot. Ahmed exhausts his remaining pistol ammunition just as the Taliban approach Kinley, at which point the cavalry appears. Its weapons eliminate every Taliban member. As the movie ends, Kinley and the Ahmed family are evacuated by helicopter and return to the United States aboard a military transport. Kinley and Ahmed exchange a respectful glance. Text appears on the screen stating that since the military withdrawal from Afghanistan, thousands of Afghani interpreters have either been executed for assisting the armed forces or are fleeing from the Taliban. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.